Libra, hi, welcome to July and welcome to my channel. I'm your host Tina, and today I will be doing the general tarot for the Libra collective for July 2020. Before we jump right in, two things I want you to know. First is that my only rule here is that I use my gut and my intuition. And then second, I do pre-shuffle, but I also shuffle a little bit on camera so that we can do that together. That being said, let's get right in. Do a little bit of shuffling. I'm going to do a 4-card pull. The situation at hand for July 2020. What is challenging you about the situation? What are you doing about it? And the most likely end of July outcome. All right, let's give this about 2 to 3 more shuffles, and then we'll go ahead and pull your cards for this July. All right, one more. It could have been 4. All right, the situation at hand. Ooh, Judgment. Libra makes some noise right off the bat. All right, Judgment is here. I mean, that's almost at the end of the entire Fool's journey. So there's an inner calling right now for you. Could be. Wow, Judgment is big. It's really connecting the dots in your life and letting go. It's a rebirth, but you feel the calling from within. That's why they rise from the graves. Some say this is your higher self, and then others say it's an angel. I feel like either or for me. Either or. Okay, so let's see. That's the situation at hand. I will pull 2 more cards each just so we can get more information on each of these cards, more information on the storyline, kind of extend on it. But anyway, that's the situation at hand. Let's see what's challenging you. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, Libra. But it's temporary. We do have the 5 of Cups here. We'll get into it. Everybody, if you're new, the 5 of Cups, first of all, I'll say 5s. For me, I always automatically think of a mentality shift. You see 5 cups are here. 3 have spilt over. 2 are still standing. The thing is, although this is very real, for some it's heavier than others, of course. The thing is, what spilled, was meant to spill, and even though it hurts, you do have 2 really good cups behind you, and so that's why we say perspective and mentality shift is required, and 5s do require change. That's what they mean with numerology. But because the perspective is that he's focused on what spilled versus on what he has, what he doesn't have versus what he does have, what he lost versus what he still has. He meaning she meaning whatever, all right. Let's see what you're doing about it. All right. Speaking of mental clarity and being a Libra and the sword of truth, with a wreath of victory, the Ace of Swords, it's obviously either having a truthful conversation, a revelation about yourself, a self-realization about something, an awareness. It's very useful, I'll say, in a situation that require judgment, and the 5 of Cups comes up, so Ace of Swords is beautiful. Now let's see what the end of July, most likely end of July outcome will be. Okay, beautiful. I'm very happy. All right, Libra. 6 of Swords. So you're definitely moving on to calmer waters. You're moving on. It's not easy. You're not like joyously moving on, but you're moving on. You're making the decision, the wise decision, may I say, to move on, because you need to. So it seems like you do get that mentality shift. So you work through it, and it looks like you work through it really well. All right, I'm not even going to say, because I wanted to say swords are generally not the most positive. They come with the most mental anguish. And of the Swords cards, you get like some beautiful ones come through. The Ace of Swords, without doubt. And then the 6 of Swords. So it's like really great. I feel like your head is operating in a clear way for July so far. So let's see with Judgment. Let's extend and expand on that and see like more on this situation of Judgment. All right, let me just shuffle 2-3 more times and see what comes up. Okay. It's regarding your independence. We do have the 9 of Pentacles here, so let me get one more. Okay. So, and it's the 6 of Pentacles. So independence and balance. are you making a judgment call about yourself where you feel you need to be more independent, or there hasn't been equal give and take in a relationship, so you want to be more so you feel like going independent? Or you've been more on the receiving end than the giving end, or vice versa, more on the giving end, the receiving end, but you're making a judgment call. And it's definitely regarding your independence, and I do feel like it's your independence financially. I feel like there's something about financial independence here. Some decision, definitely, around that. Very interesting. Because, you know, one thing about the Six of Pentacles, a very beautiful balanced energy. And balance is what Libra represents. But the thing, like with everything, you have to be cautious, right? Because it's balance. But the Six of Pentacles is very much a card about giving and receiving. But every time I see this card, I also think of like, it's great to receive and to help people when they're in need, but you want to make sure that you also help people be self-sufficient. So in the sense of like, you give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. You teach a man to fish and you feed him for life. And so, I don't know, I'm getting those kinds of vibes with this for some reason. And I know that may not resonate with all, but all I can do is give the messages that come to my mind. But there is definitely a judgment call here, a decision to be made about independence or your lack thereof for some of you, or the balance that's been with somebody. Has there been more give than take? And it's challenging because there is some disappointment here. There's definitely disappointment here. It is a perspective thing. I always have to say that with fives, even though I've been in the Five of Cups myself, and I know, like, please, when somebody says it while you're going through it. But the truth for me is the truth, and it's a perspective thing. So let's see but it's real. All right, let's get more on this Five of Cups and see what's going on. Two more. They're going crazy. All right, one more. That's not me. All right. I'm sorry, Libra. Okay. All right, so you have the Five of Cups, and then you also have the Nine of Swords. And so the Nine of Swords, I mean, it's just really about anxiety, fears, worries, sleepless nights. They're not real, even though they feel real, and we all have them, but I know they're not real. It's just like what our soul's journey is to figure that out, right? I'm guessing these are around your independence again. I feel like there's something about finances and independence, and it's causing you some anxiety. Maybe you've had a loss recently. The Sun is here as well in the challenge position, and it's either the challenge is either seeing the lesson in it. Maybe it's not the blessing, but the lesson in it. Maybe kind of just relaxing and having fun again. Because anxiety and sleepless nights help nobody, and looking at spilt milk helps nobody either. And so the Sun is here, and it is summertime, right? So, you know, worry and stress won't help us, that's for sure. So I guess it's kind of nice to just take a day off. I always say my troubles will be there in the morning. Don't you worry. But there is, I feel like, some stress. I feel stress. But there is some stress around, I feel like, financial independence. All right. But it seems like you get that mental clarity because we have the Ace of Swords here. And so I want to see more about this Ace of Swords now. And it's touching the Sun, so it feels like you're going to be enlightened a little bit. There's going to be some illumination within your mind. They're like light bulb. Okay. So let's see. With the Ace of Swords, let's go two more times. One more time. Oh, so pretty. We also have the Two of Cups here. So it seems like, I feel like, and we have the Knight of Wands. So you'll be acting fast. He is very charming, very charismatic, the Knight of Wands. So I feel like you're going to be very charming, very charismatic. You're going to approach something or someone from the heart. Like you're going to have a heart-to-heart conversation. And then I feel like it's going to come after some truth is revealed to you, or you just get like this awareness, and then you're ready to move on. Like you have the Knight of Wands, you're ready to move forward. And then we also have the Six of Swords. So it's some kind of, okay, you get out of this anxiety, which is fantastic. And then you get this mental clarity, this truthful moment, actual truth via words, actual truthful moment via awareness and self-realization. But you get this truthful moment that opens your eyes. And with that, you do move forward. You're feeling kind of youthful, young again. And you're taking action. Maybe not the most completely thought out action, because it is the Knight of Wands, but it is really beautiful, honestly. And you have the Two of Cups right next to it, and it's just so harmonious. And then with the Six of Pentacles, also really harmonious. And I feel like you're seeking that kind of harmony and balance, self-sufficiency in your life, and you're trying to move on to calmer waters. And it looks like you're doing it. Like, I want to see more about now the Six of Swords with how we're ending this July, like the energies we're moving into. End of July, of course, beginning of August. It's like, damn, 2020 is just, it's so 2020. All right, let's see. 2 more shuffles for the Six of Swords. Okay, all right, Libra, you're moving on to the Ten of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands. Okay, let me tell you, when you make this decision to move on and you get that perspective shift and you get that illumination, that whatever lights up that mind of yours, that gets you like, okay, time to put my attention here and move in that direction. The moment you do that, you, for one, enter a period that has a lot of forward momentum, a period where you can make a lot of progress with your actions, with your communication, with your creativity. And for some of you, where you can even begin making a name for yourself, a legacy for yourself. You could be using some traditional ways to go about it, but there is something, like, meaning if it's something creative, you could be using, when I say traditional, they could be like tied, actually, I'm not even sure, tried and tested methods, but you are certainly moving on to calmer waters. You're moving in a much healthier direction, and there is going to be either a lot of communication, a lot of forward momentum, and if there isn't, it's there for the taking. Like, you can definitely step in and grab it if you wanted to. Just, you know, get off the bench and you start playing again. And so this looks really great. There's not much more to say other than you do get out of the funk that's been causing you any stress or anxiety or just general disappointment, honestly. And you get out of that, like, what I don't have versus what I do have. And there is a shift. Like, it feels like it's a quick shift where you're like, all right, well, fuck this. I'm just going to go and do this, right? There is a shift. And I feel like it happens pretty quick. Like, I have just like a forward moving momentum, but like it's been sitting there and like the pressure has been building, and then and so like it's the feeling that I get, which I'm really happy, because you do want to kind of get out of that energy. So this is, yeah, I mean, that's what we have for July. No big deal, just aha moments. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in August, because the energies in the end of July look really positive. So I'm really happy to see that, Libra. That being said, I'd love to hear if anything resonated. Please feel free to comment. I love reading those. And I will be doing general love readings next week. And next month, I'll of course be doing another general reading for August. All right, you guys, thank you for letting me read for you, and can't wait to connect again.